What is up, AnimeBall Z fans? You know who I am. Seriously, do we need to go through this again? You know who he is, hopefully. Except the wig's a bit confusing.
Hi, I'm Ray.
Now, the lovely Miss
Rachel Robinson. And thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. Now, you've worked on Family Guy and American Dad.
American Dad only.
Oh, American Dad only.
Family Guy's still an aspiration, so Seth MacFarlane, if you're listening, here I am.
Take her on. Do it. And also, one of my favorite franchises of all time, Final Fantasy.
Excellent.
The 13th installment.
Yes, and 13-2 also, but...
At Manifest the 13th.
And it all balances out.
Now, working, because you did a lot more of live action roles as well, didn't you?
Not that many, no. I primarily focus on voiceover, but I do some live action stuff.
What is the difference, well, what is your opinion on what's better, doing the live action stuff or the voicing?
Well, I mean, I guess better is all relative. I've always loved voiceover, and I think for me personally, as a voice actor, you can have a lot more range. You're not necessarily relegated to certain ages or genders or height or weight or whatever because nobody can see you. I mean, but you have to make the performances believable. Live action's fun because you get to play with other actors, but sometimes in voiceover I get to do that as well. You know, I don't get to do it often, and I enjoy being in a room with other actors, but with voiceover, I love it just because, you know, I could play 50 roles as opposed to live action where I might only get cast for a few different things, you know. And there's less judgment. You know.
Don't judge.
That's right. Don't judge me.
You kind of touched on it earlier, but with voice acting, you're only a few Australian voice actors that I can really think of off the top of my head. Do you find that sometimes your Australian accent kind of works against you when going for a certain role in
Well, I have to actually say that I'm not Australian. But
I was lied to.
No. If you were lied to, I think it was accidental and hopefully that means I did my job well. Because a lot of people swore up and down that I was Australian, which means I did my job. And I am a huge fan of the Australian accent, always have been. It's always come easily to me, and I've spent some time down here, and I love it. So if I fooled Australians, that's a pretty good thing. I find that sometimes my American accent might work against me, but... Yeah.
It's okay, you're from Canada.
Right.
North America.
But actually, seeing as you said, your Australian accent is probably one of your best accents,
Mm-hmm.
yes? How would you feel about having a voice battle of Australian accents, you versus Jack Atlas, who happens to be from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Abridged, done by Little Karibo.
Well, you know, I'm huge fans of those guys, and they're here. I assume you've seen them or have met them.
No, totally not.
How'd that get there?
Oh, you're the one who had the tattoos. I almost forgot. How would I feel? I'd be up for it. Sure, why not? You know, I'm always up for a voice-off. You know, if I'm going up against a real Australian, then I think that I've got myself a fight, you know, but...
That's okay, he's a limey.
That's right.
Okay, if you're listening, it's on.
That's right. Do not mess. You know, Nicole Kidman does a pretty good American accent, so I figure, you know, we gotta balance it out.
You can keep her.
That's fine. Okay.
It's not really something that you want to say about one of our famous actresses.
Now, what was your favorite role to do so far in your voice acting career?
Honestly, Fang is always going to rank pretty much at the top. She still is right now, although I've got some roles coming out that I'm really excited about, and of course the almighty non-disclosure agreement has forbidden me from going into any further detail, but this latest character that I voiced for an anime is pretty awesome, and she's pretty evil, and she's pretty soulless and just plain bad, and it's a lot of fun to play just an out-and-out villain.
Well, you were the badass of badassery, but it has to come to an end. I'm sorry.
Well, it's true, all good things do have to come to an end, but maybe not just quite yet. But, you know, she's been good to me for a long time. Hopefully she's the gift that keeps on giving. I mean,
Well-
I don't think they're gonna keep her going for decades, but.
Well, I've been 2 Point Bo,
I'm still right.
And I'm still Rachel.
and I hope she doesn't hurt me, so I'll catch you on the flip side.
AnimeBallZ.